Hey everybody, Katie here. I am going to do a video today about what our daily routine is like right now with a 6-month-old and just about 3-year-old. I got the idea for this video again from Jamie from Jalen Mama because she is full of good ideas and I just want to be her. When I just had Alice only, I'm very much, my personality is very much the type where I don't like to have like any kind of schedule. I don't like to kind of feel boxed in. Actually, if I have any sort of like appointment or something I have to do for a day, I sort of like looms over my head and like I just like feel the weight of that until it's done, and then I can kind of like relax and then my time is my own again, whatever. And that really worked. When I just had Alice, we would just go with the flow every day. And you know, we got things that we needed to get done, but I really like that flexibility. When August arrived, I realized that my sort of new life with 2 kids now, I just can't juggle it all that way. I really need something to kind of like keep us a little bit more on track and just, I don't know, just make sure everything gets done and nothing falls through the cracks. There's a couple things that have really been helping me. I'm going to show you, my sister-in-law for Christmas got me this weekly calendar. I had never seen this calendar format before, and I honestly can't tell you where she got this one because I don't remember. I tried to go back and find it, and I can't. But I did find, I like this format so much, I found one at Target recently. It's the same kind of idea. It has like the whole week, and then it's some notes section at the bottom. This one was on clearance for $2.48. I'm just going to save it for next year because this works for me. But definitely, like, they're out there. I think you can find this kind of format somewhere. I will share, like, actually what, like, this week looked like for us and all of my little notes and stuff at the end. But I guess just to talk about kind of generally, since I'm not doing day in the life videos right now, to kind of document for myself just how our days are flowing, and then also just kind of to like compare notes and just share with other moms, other people out there, what your kind of weekly plans are like and how you kind of make it all work. So sort of hour by hour, this is how a typical day goes for us at this point. Alice wakes up first, usually at around 6:30, sometimes a little bit closer to 6, sometimes a little bit closer to 7, but pretty much since day one, she has always like vaulted out of bed with the sun, ready to go. So she gets up at 6:30, and Mike or I kind of gets up with her. She goes to the bathroom on her own, and then we set her up with a snack, and she watches a little bit of PBS in the living room while we're getting ready. At least one of us has to be out the door by 8 a.m. every day, so we just spend the next like hour and a half or so getting ourselves ready, showering, getting Alice dressed, you know, getting everybody dressed and have breakfast, and I pump in the mornings, use a breast pump. And then at that point, from around 8 o'clock, there are 3 ways that our days go. I work 2 mornings a week, so if it's a Monday or a Wednesday, I will leave and I'll take Alice to daycare, which we call school, and I go to work for just 4 hours, and I will drop her off. Mike stays home with August and does some work from home and just kind of spends time with August. If it is not a work day for me, there are 2 other possibilities. Is either a day when me and the kids will have a car or a day when we won't have a car. Usually we don't. If we do have a car, it's because we have an appointment or some kind of errands to run, in which case we will go drop Mike off at work and then do our errands right away. I like to try to get that stuff done by around 11 o'clock. Most days we don't have a car, like I said, so we just walk places around our neighborhood. Some of these mornings we will spend a little bit more time like having a little bit more involved breakfast, just a slower morning, like playing around the yard a little bit. Sometimes I won't be able to shower before Mike leaves, and then I'll wait till August kind of takes like his mid-morning snooze, usually around 9:30 or 10. He'll sleep for maybe a half an hour or so, and then I can jump in the shower then if I need to. We do get out every day, whether that is going to the library, going to just the park, taking Alice to the playground, whatever, just walking around the neighborhood. We get out of the house every day. So regardless of what kind of day it is, around noon we are looking towards lunch. If it's a work day, I've already picked up Alice, and she does have like a little lunch at school, but she usually has a little bit more with us when she gets home. My work day ends at noon, so I am, you know, me and Alice are back here by about 12:30. When Mike has the car, he does sometimes come back for lunch because he has a very short commute. It's around like a 10-minute drive to and from work. So he likes to just kind of check in and spend time with us. And then we spend some time just kind of playing in the backyard, about an hour and a half or 2 hours, just chilling out. Alice plays in the sandbox. We draw with chalk. We do some like watering of the garden, things like that. Around 1:30 or 2 o'clock, we have some sort of quiet time. If I'm lucky, Alice will take a nap. If I'm really, really lucky, both kids will take a nap at the same time. If Alice does nap, she naps for an hour tops. So that's really, I may have a little tiny bit of free time like I do right now to make a video or something, but generally it's not time I can really bank on. Around half the time, August will be awake, so it'll just be like one-on-one time for me and him. When she gets up, say around 3 o'clock or so, I get her a snack right away because she usually wakes up in a bad mood and kind of like low blood sugar and stuff. So we have some kind of snack. And then we spend a couple of hours in the afternoon just playing. As I'll show you at the end of the video, I do kind of set up a list of activity ideas for the week. And so this is when I'll tap into those and just find things, you know, fun, constructive kind of things for us all to do together during those 2 hours. If we have like a friend come over, a friend of mine or a friend of hers, this is when that would happen, around that 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock range. Around 5 o'clock, I usually start prepping dinner. Alice does like to come help or watch. She will sit on the kitchen counter and kind of be involved that way. August will be in the kitchen with us too, usually either in his like bouncer or his activity center, or if he's really fussy and it's safe to do so, I'll have him in a carrier as I'm doing the work. Mike comes home about 6:15 and we have dinner right away, so I try to have everything ready like when he walks in the door. When dinner is done, I will start a load of laundry. I have to do at least a load of laundry every day just to stay on top of it, especially with our cloth diapers. At 7 o'clock, we take a family walk. Sometimes that's taking Alice to the playground if we feel like she needs more exercise. Other times it's just walking around the neighborhood. Around 8 o'clock is bath and the whole like bedtime routine starting. At this age, we're giving August a bath every other day. Mike and I trade off with who helps Alice with the bath, and whoever is not doing that is usually cleaning up the kitchen as August allows. After that, it is pajamas for the kids and we read 3 books together. Then Alice gets in bed. That is between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. And we are working on a good bedtime routine for August so that most nights now, but not all the time, he's going to bed between 9:30 and 10. And then after that, we have like our free time. We can spend time as a couple. This is when we have time for hobbies. We do the rest of the cleanup in the house, work on any kind of house projects, anything that requires 2 hands that you just can't get to during the day when you've got children in them. Mike and I will go to bed around 11:30, and right before I go to sleep, I will do a dream feed for August, so I'll breastfeed him without sort of waking him up completely, and just put him right back to bed, and hopefully he goes right back to sleep around midnight. He will wake up, at 6 months, he is still waking up usually around 3 o'clock, and we'll be up for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes or so, and then I'm usually able to get him back to go to sleep, and he, on a good day, will sleep until around 6. And then we start all over again. So that is pretty much what our days are looking like right now. Like I said, I will show you our actual like weekly calendar for this week just as a snapshot in time, and also to give you a better idea about some of the like activity ideas I mentioned and just kind of how the whole thing flows. Here is the planner of someone who doesn't like to make plans. This is what it normally looks like, but I pencil in some rows to make it visually easier for me. I leave this on the corner of my kitchen counter and just like check in with it, you know, throughout the day. On Sunday nights, I sit down and kind of sketch this out for the next week, come up with my meal plan. That is huge, more important than ever, just to know that I have the ingredients on hand and to not have to like scramble when everybody is tired and hungry in the evening. I'll also go through Pinterest, go through Alice's toy rotation, and come up with some activities for her. So this is like morning, you know, any errands or appointments we have. These are all of Alice activities, and this is all totally flexible. I will, you know, not necessarily do this on Wednesday because it's on Wednesday. It's like whenever it kind of feels right. And then I will check things off as we do them to kind of, again, just have like that visual reminder of what our options are. Same thing for dinner. I will switch these around. If we like run out of time to make this one day, I'll make an easier meal and switch it out. These are all things I need to do in the evening, like soaking chickpeas for a curry, like the night before, like any prep, special projects, things I don't want to forget about. This is our weekend. As we go through the week, Mike and I just talk about like things we want to accomplish, things we want to do for fun, and we sort of like write down all the options, and then when we get to the weekend, we figure out together what we're actually going to do. So that's roughly what our days look like on paper. So that's it. If you make videos, I would love to see one on your daily routine and know your tips and tricks and what works for your family. Thanks for watching.